Hi folks, Mr. Ackerman here. Thanks for watching. In this video, you're going to learn how to create your own website using Wix.com. This is a free service. All you need is a personal email account, which is not your GAPS account. It will not work with GAPS. So be prepared to use your own personal email account to log in. And if you do not feel comfortable with that, just create a throwaway account, which basically means an account that is just used for this assignment. You're never going to use it for anything else, and that way you don't have to share any of your personal details with Wix. So I've already done that. I'm going to Wix.com here, and I'm going to click the Get Started button to find out what happens. If you created a Gmail account, then you can continue with Google. Otherwise, you're going to sign up and fill in the information. So continue with Google. It picks up this account that I created for me, Stan293 whatever. I'm going to confirm, and it's going to send me a verification code to make sure that I'm human. I've got the email account open here. I'm going to click on the verification code, copy that, go back here, paste it in, and away we go. Now, in the coming steps, Wix is going to try to get you to use AI. It's going to try to get you to use presets, like templates of sites that have kind of already been designed for various different purposes, and you just kind of tweak it. Please do not use any of these. We want to start from scratch. So we'll click the button, Create New Site, and it's going to bombard you with all this AI stuff. Let's say no to all of these things. So when it says, what do you want to do? You're going to be tempted to type this in, but no, skip this step. And then it's going to ask you again. It's kind of aggressive here, but skip all. Take the, plead the fifth. Use your right to remain silent. Just keep saying, no, I'm not answering these questions. I just want to get to the part where I have a blank page and I can make this what I want on my own. So when you get to this page here, go to design your website. And once again, it's trying to get you to use AI. No thanks. Pick a template. Even here, we're going to decline some of the offers. All of these look great, but these are designed by other people, and I want to see what you can design yourself. So go blank template. And even at this late stage, they're still trying to offer me presets. No, I want to really start from scratch. So go over here, start from scratch, edit, and you get to this page here, which is your website. It's been born and it is a completely blank page. If you hit the preview button, you can get to see what your website looks like to someone who has your web address. There's nothing. It's blank. We haven't done anything. So we'll go back to the editor and we'll think, well, what should there be on a website? I mean, well, I guess it depends what page you're on, right? Well, in the beginning, if you go to page and you hit this drop-down menu and you go manage pages, you can see you only have one page. It's called the home page and it's blank. And you might think, well, there's got to be more to it than that, right? Like there's a home page. All of your assignments are going to need a page. So go down here, click add menu item, new page. And again, we're bombarded with all of these options for presets. No thanks. Blank page, please. What do you want to call it? Let's call it assignment number 1, whatever that might be. Click done. Maybe we'll add another page for sometime down the road. There's going to be an assignment number 2. Maybe there's going to be an about page. Whatever the case may be, you just name them. And you can even click and drag and move the order. We'll get to that later. Let's start with the home page. Whatever page you highlight, that's the one you're working on. So close this. We're on the home page right now, which you can see here. What should be on a home page? You can click some of these buttons here, or just click the plus button. We want to add something to the page. What are my options? How about text? Well, of course, you're on the home page. It should probably have the title or the name, like what website I'm on, where am I? Well, for me, maybe I'm going to decide you're at Rob Ackerman Photography. So type that in. And think about what font you want. Think about the size. Think about where you're going to put this text box. So first of all, I don't really like this font. I think it's too big and kind of blocky. So I'm going to make it a bit smaller, a little more sleek. I'm going to pick a different font that kind of looks interesting. Which one that might be is totally up to you. You pick one that you like, maybe this one here, and adjust the size, something a little bit smaller, perfect. Maybe you want to center that up within the box, so align it to the center. And now, if you're happy with that, decide where you want this to go on the page. You want it in the upper left corner like this. What does that look like? Hit the preview button. This is what the world sees right now on your website. Maybe you want it centered. So when you try to center it up, there's this little guide that helps you. That vertical line means you are left-right centered. And there's also one for vertically up-down centered, which is right there. You want this right in the middle. Here's how it looks. Go back to the editor. Maybe you want it a little bit up like that, but still centered. Perfect. What else belongs on a home page? Probably some sort of image. So let's add that. Plus, where's images? There's images. You can upload your own images, import images from social media accounts. AI image creator? No thanks. This website is for your own images only. No free Wix images, no AI content, just your own. Now, I work off of a laptop, so all of my photos are on my computer. So I'm going to click this, and it's going to give me that option. You can choose Google Drive, social media, wherever your photos are. Navigate wherever the photos are kept. I made a little folder called My Images, and if I go in here, you can see I have a bunch. These are actually some photos from a trip I recently took to the coast of California. Maybe I want this first one to be on my home page. So let's open that up. It's going to get uploaded. And there it is. Perfect. Let's add it to the page. Now it's blocking my name, which I don't want that to happen. So maybe I'll make it a bit smaller. But now I think, oh, this beautiful landscape photo is too small. Like if I hit the preview button, it looks really tiny, which, this should be displayed really, really big. If I make it bigger, though, it goes off the edge of the page. So just click this button and drag it down, make your page a little bit bigger. Now you can do something like this, maybe center that up, see how it looks. Maybe you want to move things around. You can do that if you decide you want to. I'm happy with this right now. Let's work on a different page. Let's go to assignment number 1. Now on this page, maybe I'd like to add all of the photos I took for this assignment. Many assignments in this course have 5 images, 10 images, 3 images, 8 images. You can add them one at a time, but when you get into multiple images, it's much, much better to use what's called a gallery. Galleries are very organized ways of adding multiple images. So go to plus for add, go to gallery, and then there's all these different gallery styles you can choose from. Pick a gallery style that you like. They're all a lot of fun to experiment with. I'm just going to keep things simple. I'm going to go with this grid right over here. When I click it, look what it does. It pops down a 3 by 4 or 5. And if I hit preview, here's what this page looks like. I click one of the buttons or one of the thumbnails and I get I'm an image title. That's basically telling you fill this in with the title and describe your image here. That's obviously the image description. In many of our assignments, you're asked to name your images and also to type something like a description or a critique. That should be in the Google Doc, which is in your G-class assignment. What you can do now to make your life easy is just copy and paste. If you hit this arrow, it goes to the next image and the next one. Everything is really neatly organized. If you hit the X button, you get out of it and you see the page. There's just one problem. These are not your images. These are free images called stock images provided to you by Wix, and we are not allowed to use them. We're only allowed to show photos that we took ourselves. So let's go back to the editor. Let's click on the gallery once and manage media. We want to get rid of all of these. So select all, and if you hit the remove button, if you hit the delete button rather, it'll get rid of all of them. And then you can add your own media. Let's add some images. This is the one that was on my home page. I want to add something else. So I'm going to upload from computer. And remember, the first time I used this one, now I want to use these 4. Let's pretend I took these 4 images for this assignment. So the way to get them all uploaded all in one shot is to hold down the Control or the Command button, depending on PC or Mac, and click each image that you want. Then click Open, and you're going to see 4 images uploading. Just give it a moment. And now, again, hold down Command or Control for Mac or PC, and highlight the images that you want added here. Click Add to Page, and then you're on this intermediate step where it's going to say what order do you want them to be in. You can move them around. I'll leave that up to you. But look what happens when you highlight just by clicking once. It asks you, what do you want the title to be and what description would you like? So for most of us, this will involve just going to the Google Doc that you created for this assignment. It should be in Google Classroom as one of the things that you did to complete the assignment. Just copy and paste whatever you wrote. Now, I didn't actually do an assignment here. I'm just pretending. So let's give this some titles. Let's call this Sunrise on Beach. Description, I can see there's probably some AI going on here because it's already got something related to what the photo is, a sky reflected over water. It probably can't quite tell what's going on, or maybe this is just generic, but I'm going to type black and white rendition of a morning on a California beach, period. And then I can do similar things for all of these. Let's call this Golden Beach sunrise, and so on. Let's call this rocks on beach, etc. And this bridge here, which, by the way, some of you may recognize this bridge. It's kind of iconic. It's on the California coast on the drive between San Francisco and LA. It's called Bixby Bridge. And I took this at sunset, I believe, one day. And I'm going to pretend I'm copying and pasting what I have from my Google Doc. And click Done. And the old images get replaced with the new ones. And now I can hit Preview. And let's see, if I click here, look at that. I have the title. I have the description. I can arrow through to all the other images. This is the way to add multiple images on a page. You do not want to add your images one at a time. They won't have the same functionality of just flipping through them with nice titles and descriptions. Always use a gallery if you're adding multiple images. At this time, things are really starting to take shape, and we're actually almost done with the video. The problem, you might notice, is how do I get back to some other page without having to reload the home page and move around? Well, the problem is we're missing what's called a navigation menu. So we have to add that in. Once again, we go plus, and now you go to here, you go to menu, and these are your choices. You have lots of different choices of horizontal or vertically oriented menus. I'm going to go with a horizontal one. I'm going to keep things simple. I'm going to pick this one here, and it plunked the menu down right in the middle of the page. Here's something nice that you can do. If you click and drag your menu up into the header portion, watch what happens. You get a little notice here. Elements you add to the header show on all pages. And that makes sense. I want the menu to be on every page. If I now hit preview, look at this. I can go to the home page. I can go to assignment 1, which we just created, and assignment 2, which I haven't done anything with. It's just blank. At least it's got the navigation menu, so I can get back to any other page. And I can go to the editor here, and I can make decisions like, this is too close to the top, so I'm going to move this down. I'm going to create a bit more space on this page, move the menu like this, maybe center it up. Maybe, since there's only 4 photos here, I don't really like the fact that there's 3 and then 1. So if I go into settings, and then I go to layout, and then I go to customize layout, I have the option here to see how many images will be in each row. Maybe I want to go 4 side by side, or maybe I want to go 2 by 2. It's entirely up to you. I encourage you to play around with this and see what works best. I'm just going to leave it here. Let's preview that and see how the assignment 1 page looks. I think this looks better already. The thumbnails ended up getting a bit bigger, take up a bit more space, really show them off, get the viewers excited to click. Go back to the home page. That's looking fine. So back to editor. At this point, a couple things that are really important. First off, saving your work. Usually what's called autosave will be turned on, which means that it's saving as you go, and you don't have to worry about things like your computer turning off or the internet going down or accidentally leaving your work and someone logs you out. If autosave is not turned on, just follow the shortcut and turn that on. If you click the save button for the first time, it's going to say, okay, what do you want your website address to be? It's going to have your username in here, but you get to choose the next part of the address. So I might call it, maybe I'm in grade 11 photography in the year 2024, and that's what I'm going to call it. And it doesn't seem happy because it wants 20 character max. So let's call it grade 11 photog 2024. It's happy with that. Save and continue, and done. So that's going to be my web address. You can share that with me so that I know where to go to see your site. There's just one problem. If you don't click this button over here, the publish button, no one will ever be able to see the work that you've done. Every time you make changes, you have to click publish, otherwise viewers won't see. And in this case, that means me, your teacher. I'm not going to be able to see your work. I won't be able to mark it. So click the publish button when you're done making any changes. You're going to see this website here. If you just click in here and drag and highlight, you'll see this is what we just created. You can right-click, copy, and then share that with me. There's going to be a Google form in the assignment where you create your website for the first time, and you're going to share this address with me. But again, it's no good if you don't click publish and then click done. Now this is ready to be viewed by the outside world. They're going to offer you to do some mobile site tweaking. I'm not going to look at your websites on a mobile site. I want to see them large. I'm going to look at them on a desktop or laptop. So don't worry about it unless it's something you want to share with friends and family. You can just cancel this. Now if I open a new tab, remember I copied that address, so I'm going to paste it in here, and you can see this is what it gives me. I hit enter. This is what your site looks like to an outside viewer. It's got your home page. Here's assignment 1 with the images we added in the gallery, titles displaying, descriptions displaying, easy to navigate. Assignment 2, when that becomes ready, that'll go up there. There's no button here to go back to the editor because I'm viewing this as an outside viewer. I'm not the editor right now. This is the editor window, and this is the editor address. Do not share this with me because I cannot use it. And frankly, I don't want to see your editor window. I want to see this, what you're projecting to the world as you show your best work. All right. Going back to the editor here, there's more things you can do to make this website personalized. Like on any given page, you can right click and you can change the background. You might want to change the color or you might want to put some sort of theme in the back, some graphics. As long as you don't use images that are not your own, in other words, as long as all of the content is your own, I'm fine with that. You can make each page a different color in the background, whatever you want. You can take a look under the add elements and see, are there any interesting things that I can add here? It's up to you. You don't really need to. Personally, I like clean, sleek, minimalistic kind of web pages where there's few distractions and the viewer can look at the things that matter. Those are your photos. Maybe you're into video and you want to add something video related. Maybe you want to have a special page that's just a personal page about things that you enjoy. That's up to you. If you want to link to various things, that's fine, but it's really not related to this course, so you don't have to. The only other thing that you might want to think about, I might ask you at some point to create an About Me page. So you would add a menu item, new page. Remember again, blank. Let's call this one About or About Me, and done. Now something that might happen is the page ends up in between two other pages, which you might find annoying. Maybe you want About to be right after the home page. So just click and drag, and you'll see in the navigation menu, it follows the order. Or maybe you want it to be at the end after everything. Whatever the case may be, you decide where it goes. On the About page, you will probably want to add your artist statement. That's going to be in the form of text. A text box, which is going to have copy and paste your artist statement here. And your artist statement is going to have stuff that you have already typed as part of the artist statement assignment. Now, when you do that, I kind of doubt that you're going to want your artist statement to be in huge lettering like this. So go back to the editor, click in here, select everything, and make that font size what we usually would have for text, something a lot smaller than this. And Wix is not behaving at the moment. It's not letting me change the number here, but you get the idea. We probably don't want to be in bold. We might want to be something like that. There we go. Smaller size, make this look professional, and away you go. Preview, looks great. Publish, and done. That's about it. This is really intuitive once you get used to it. I think your websites are going to look great. I'm excited to see them. Don't forget to share the address with me. Remember, do not share this address. I do not need this. What I need is this one here so I can enjoy your work. And by the way, in case you're wondering, how come there's no About page? Well, did I publish it? Let's just check. Publish? Yes. Let's go back here. How come it's not showing up? Because I didn't refresh the page. If I refresh it, I should see the About page come up along with the text box, and you're good to go. I hope that helped you, and if you have any questions, you know where to find me. Looking forward to seeing your work. Have a great day, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.